everybody can hear me okay. This is new to me. I'm currently streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So I hope y'all can hear me okay. Now, I am going to use this, not sponsored, but Lunation's spray. And then I will also be working on a candle, which means I'm going to be using some of my oils. So, this is after hour thing. So just chilled, relax, hanging out. That's it. Vibes is what we're having here. And somehow I managed to do this perfectly to where, because I don't know Facebook's rules, I'm going to be using a lighter to be able to light this. So, light. But how is everybody doing? I know it's been a while since I've went live, here on Facebook at least. I know it's been a while, y'all. What is up? How is everybody doing? Hopefully you are doing good. And at some point, I may pull some cards. I don't know yet. Okay. How's everybody doing though? Hi, what is up? Hello. Also, let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. But I say that because there's a lot of things going on right now. But this is going to become a more... Okay, you are still on. Sorry if the audio got a little weird on YouTube. But hello. Let me know if it's still choppy on your end. I'm using a microphone, so it may be that. But hello, I hope you're doing good, and I hope your new year was good. Also, for my OG people, the people that's been here primarily since I started on Facebook, remember at the beginning of 2020, I stated that there was a leap year. And if you really wanted to, you could work that into a 4-year cycle. Well, congratulations. If you did that, that 4-year cycle will end this year. I believe it's in February. This ends that 4-year cycle of the leap year. Might be a random person question, but would you mind telling us what is the most painful thing you've ever did to someone and why? Ooh, let me think on that. Not that I've just like went around doing painful workings at all. So I'll tell y'all a story. Now, this is something I did not use magic in, as in I did not go to my altar. I did not light candles. I did not do any spells, charms, or anything like that, right? So I used to have this really, really good friend. Now, take in mind, we're adults, right? I met this person through my partner. And this particular person, their career and everything, they were basically kind of supposed to be up here. They had a specific way that they needed to act. There we go. And we all have our wild sides, right? Not the point. Well, this particular person started doing us really, really dirty. Like ripping us off on money, lying to us, doing other things that would initiate arguments between me and my partner. And now, again, this is like when I first got down here, I was very young. And I became very close to this person before they started showing their true colors like this. Now, true enough, we did have multiple people come to us and they're like, yo, you need to watch this. That there's some weird energy going there. But, we were in a completely different state of life and different mind. So it finally kind of boiled up. And there's this thing about me that, thank God, it's never shown online. But I'm a very nice, down to earth person. I don't like being mean to anybody or anything like that because I believe the energy that you put out there is the energy, like the whole respect thing, right? Um, it boiled over, and I have this thing where I can use my tongue as a sword, as in I can say straight facts to you. It's not really my place to say the things that I can say, but it's going to tear you down, but not in a derogative way. It's not like I'm beating you, I'm not insulting you or anything like that. I'm just speaking truth, if you will. So this particular incident played out, and they showed up on our doorstep after I'd been trying to get a hold of them for like hours. And out of nowhere, that little top that I normally have to keep myself calm popped right on off. Not to mention, you're at my house on my front door, technically my partner's front door, and you just disrespected him, and now you're disrespecting me. I'm Southern. You don't do that shit. So I kindly asked them to leave. I'm like, yo, you're no longer welcome here. Get back in your car and get the hell off our property. That's when they started doing the crocodile tears and all this shit. So I kind of was just, I'm not going to say exactly what I said, but I basically went off in a rant, and I looked at her dead in the eyes and I said, in the next year, you're going to wind up losing everything. And it has nothing to do with me. It's the fact of all the shit that you've been doing, all the nasty shit that you've been doing. It's going to catch up to you, and you're going to lose everything unless you completely change. She did not change. She continued down that path. And about 2 years later, I found out that she had lost her career, as in she cannot be reinstated. She cannot go back to it. They lost the place that they were staying at. And from what I can tell, that I hear by other people that kind of know of this other person, they still have not changed, and their life is the same thing. They're probably going to hear that story and be like, well, Lotus, you didn't do anything. Haha. There's aspects of magic, and it's one of the reasons, and it's very, very triggering if you have anxiety, which is that statement that you may hear. To a degree, we can manipulate and control the world around us. Now, what we mean by that is not every single thought you have is going to just manifest. That's not even what manifestation is. Manifestation is where you have a subject. This candle, here we go. Say this candle is what you're trying to manifest. You're putting time and energy, as in you're exerting thoughts. You are picturing every single step of how that one thing is going to. Sorry about that, YouTube. I'm not used to this microphone. You put time, effort, and energy into it. Most importantly, you also believe and deserve that you need what you're trying to manifest, and eventually it will get to you, but you have to show the universe, right? But there's also this thing called instant magic or instant manifestation. A lot of people can do it, if not everybody can do it. We just don't really tap into it. And what I mean by that is, like, randomly you're with somebody, your significant other, cousin, friend, whatever, and you're having a conversation, and out of nowhere you're like, you know what, I haven't seen Bob, I haven't even heard from Bob in like years. And within 5 to 20, we'll say an hour from you saying that, you randomly run into them. And then there's the crazier thing that happens when you do that, and you get to talking to this person, and they're like, you know what, it's very weird because a lot of things happened that normally doesn't happen for me to actually end up exactly where I'm at now talking to you. That's what we call instant magic. There are, and this is a taboo topic in general, depending on which community you bring it up to. Yes, I can see some of your comments. Hold that thought and let me see if I have to edit anything, because I saw the OMG hi, and then, oh, that's what it is. No. Are you serious, TikTok? I mean, fucking Facebook? I'm gonna have to fix this. There's something going on with the settings, and it's a weird thing with TikTok now. I mean, Facebook. I don't even think I'm live right now. What's up, buddy? Mobile data should kick in. What's up? Come on. Okay, if there is an interference with Facebook, it's because I forgot that I was connected to the internet. Nope. Hold that thought. Hello. I moved to Facebook. Your video is sounding perfectly clear. Okay, sweet. And thank you and hello. All right. So for some reason, the comment section on Facebook changed, and I'm gonna have to fix that after this live because it's not giving me an option to fix it. Slow connection, my ass. I have full service right now. Well, this is going great. Learning curves, am I right? Hello, it's good to see you too. But there are things that are known as instant magic. Also, Baphomet wanted to say hi. Stop looking annoyed every single time you come on camera. Let me see if I can fix this. You let me pick that, but you don't let me pick not yet. Oh, that's infuriating. Anyways, instant magic. So just like and controversial aspect, there are people that are born with the innate ability to just naturally be able to manifest or to bring things into us, right? Um, just like anybody can pick up an instrument, a sport, a video game, a topic, and overnight they're naturally just really good at it. It's the same thing with magic. It's just there's different aspects of magic. All right, so I'm going to end this live and then I'm going to look at the settings and try to redo it here on Facebook. That's very irritating. I was actually excited for this. But anyways, yes, that's one of the ways that I've done baneful magics. Now, other types of magic things is primarily I'm really good at bindings and banishings. I'm very good at them. Before you were to ever, that is candy. That is a candy wrapper that I should have thrown away. Stop. Um, Before you do a binding, you need to make sure where their mental state is. Story time of why that's very important. Magic in general, when it comes to doing magic on another person, the mental state where they're at and an emotional state plays into effect, especially of how that magic can interact with them and how they express that interaction, whether that's good nor bad. Um, so I had a family member who was staying with us, and let's just say there were a couple of issues, multiple issues, and I was like, you know what? No, we're not going to do this. So I did a binding. Now, take in mind, this was okay. Just show me the damn comments. Sorry, I'm trying to do like 800 things all at once. Can we just do all? No. Okay. Default. All viewers can participate in chat. Okay. Thank you. There we go. Now let's go live. Let's see if this works. Start enabled. I don't want start enabled. That's what's doing it too. I'm so sorry. Hello. And so sorry. I'm going back and forth. I'm trying to set this up. But again, beginner arrows. Okay. We love growth. And this is doing things new. But this particular family member was just not getting help. They were not even trying to get help. And if anything, they thought that everybody else around them was the problem. Pretty sure we've all experienced that before. And I got tired of it because like you just came up in my my area, my sanctuary, and now you're disrupting the fuck out of it. No, I don't think so. But again, this was before I really this was the beginning years that I started researching witchcraft. So obviously charmed, not charmed, the craft was everything at that point in time. And I didn't have any books. This was actually about 4 months before I got the money to go out and actually get my real first books. So at this point in my practice, most of my knowledge came from going to the library after school, and researching. And if I had it with me, printing out paperwork and bringing it back and like just looking at it like I'm holding the Holy Grail. So I'd recently got The Craft on DVD. And when I tell you I used to do this like I would play it constantly until it eventually broke. I used the binding spell on that. You get a picture of somebody, you get white twine, and you say, I bind you so and so from doing harm against other people, and harm against yourself. By the way, I wouldn't necessarily use white, I'd use like black or red thread. But, anyways, I did that and it worked, except for about 24 hours after that. I was at school, and this particular family member went plundering through my room, found the binding, and unbound it as I was walking in my bedroom door. He basically had a slightly psychotic, violent episode, and yeah, it was a lot. So make sure, you know, everything's okay mentally with that particular type of person, depending on how you want the spell work to go. Okay, so the star effect is cut off. So let's see if this works. Okay, let's see. Hi, hello, sorry, technical difficulties. I'm new at this, okay? Um, how was your Christmas and New Year's? It was really good. Me and my partner went to our father-in-law's. We cooked out the night before Christmas. Our Christmas Eve we cooked out, and then Christmas Day. They primarily cooked. We brought some of the food, but they kind of prepped it and everything. And we literally spent the past like the 2 days there, just kind of hanging out. And then the really cool night, the last night that we stayed there, we stayed up with his dad and we watched Star Trek. We caught up on one of the newer Star Trek shows and just sit around, kind of hanging out. It was really cool. New Year's, I was here. I think I was here at the house. We just kind of had a laid back day. Other than that, though, it's really good. Hello. I'm so glad. Hello. And also, again, if you were part of this earlier, we're having technical difficulties, but I think I fixed them. See, Facebook, you used to have really good effects. Anyways, we're just going to go all natural with this. Hello. I got a new puppy. She is a Pockrelly bird. Oh, hello, new puppy. I bet she's adorable. But hello, hello, hello. But yeah, life has been chaotic but good at the same time. It's very weird. Very weird, but very cool. So, and now for anybody who didn't know, I finally got an upgrade. Thank you if you're watching this. Thank you so much. So manifestations finally came in. So this should be a regular occurrence. And then I'm also going to start working on making better videos and possibly doing a class, the second class within the next few months. Slow connection. I just got here, was arguing at McDonald's on the clock app. Oh, shit. I hope the argument's going well. And hello, everybody. No, we're going to put you over here. But yeah, life's been cool. It's been very interesting. And I think what was affecting me so much, as much as I hate to give too much credit to astrology, fucking Chiron and Aries, that shit can go to hell. Okay. I don't do shadow work in my practice. Long story. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard it. But Chiron, when it goes into retrograde in Aries, I hate that shit. Good evening. I've been reading 2 books lately, Keeping Her Keys and Consorting with Spirits. Oh, I absolutely love Consorting with Spirits. I may have to look up Keeping Her Keys. If you've read those, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Conjuring with Spirits, absolutely a masterpiece. It is slightly advanced only due to the not Conjuring. I keep saying Conjuring. Consorting with Spirits. It's slightly advanced due to the topics that it goes into while actually consorting with spirits. Other than that, it's an amazing book, like absolutely amazing. And there's another one that's really good too, The Secret Keys of Conjure. It doesn't necessarily just focus on conjure, but I learned way more in that book than I have in a lot of other books. So definitely on that one. I got a baby bearded dragon. Oh my god! I actually do want to get a dragon. I either want to get a dragon or a snake because I'm a fire sign, and why not? But I really want to so bad. One day, one day. My partner wants a dog, and I'm like, no, no. I love you, but no. We have too much shit going on right now. IDK, how it's going yet? Someone got offered, offended at my amusement. Oh shit! I'm sorry. TikTok in general, though, recently has been wilding out. I think other people are being affected with the whole new shift in the new year. When I say new shift, I mean astrologically. I do not mean we shifted a dimension. Although I don't know, shit's getting weirder and weirder. So I have Keeping Her. Unfortunately, not the book for me, but it's great. If you ever get around to that coffee meetup, oh my god, yes, 100%. When we get our car fixed, 100%. We still have not got that fixed. Hopefully very soon. I just did a birth chart and found out that I'm only in Capricorn, but I'm in Aries rising. Ooh, we actually have a slight connection there with some of those. I'm not going to reveal them. Also, if you see a video on TikTok, Ryan Adams, absolutely love them. Not even going to lie. The astrologer video, do not do that. Do not share your birth chart, for one, randomly online, and for two, do not share it unless you trust the other person wholly. Okay? Depending on what they can do with astrology, that is basically handing somebody a blueprint and a key to you. So they can affect you magically. And I know that sounds paranoid, but it's the internet, people. Okay. I've seen all different types of sides to people. Okay. But yeah, don't. I don't even share my my like three major ones, the sun, the rising, and the moon. I don't even do that. The less information somebody has about you, the better. And if you were to do that, like share the actual birth chart. Again, sorry, TikTok. Fuck, YouTube. I'm not used to having this. But if you were to do that, here's a trick to where you can do it, but you're not giving away too information. Do a general one of the day that you were born. So instead of typing a location and a year in, just try to pull the general birth chart of that specific date and year, but not the time or the location. Somebody, depending on how they read astrology, they will still be able to pull enough information to be able to kind of give you insight without knowing a lot of different things. Okay. That is a complete blueprint of anything that can, will, could, should, and might happen in your life. Okay. 100% with that one. There's a reason I have an online persona. I mean, it is me, to the point where when somebody actually calls my real name, my brain does not respond because I'm so used to being called either Lotus or Fire Lotus. It's very weird. But yeah, come up with a name. There's the witchy name, there's the internet name, and then there's your real name. And then there's your secret witchy name that you don't really share with anybody unless you fully trust them and or you're in a coven. And there's not really a wrong or right way to do it. But witchy name wise, as in that is your real witchy name, I would kind of make it ritualistic in some way. Whether that's getting 2 candles and lighting it in front of your altar, you don't have to go all out, but make it special, okay? Just like self-initiation. I did mine. It was on Halloween. Josh, one of my exes, we did ours together. Absolutely amazing, and it's easy to remember. It's Halloween. I have keeping her keys. I see. I gotta get the book. I gotta get the Keeper of Keys. Considering I just got blessed over McDonald's video. Better safe than sorry. Very true. My cigarette went out. Keeping her keys is about Hagate. Oh, okay. I think I know what book you're talking about now. See, it's very weird. I have the I don't know what it's called. It's the Book of Hecate, though. It's supposed to be like witchy, but it's got more of the historical pinpoints throughout history with it. I eventually have to get back to it. I've still got to finish the 2 books that I'm reading now. No, 3, 2. The traditional witch book that I got for my birthday this past year, and then I've still got to finish Witch's Compass. If y'all have not checked that out, I believe it's called The Witch's Compass. That is an amazing book. Not just because it goes over traditional witchcraft and how to throw a compass. For anybody who doesn't know, traditional witchcraft, instead of casting a circle, they throw what it Audio should be back on. I didn't realize when that fell, it hit. Boo, your voice went out. Tech issues, bad technology. Oh, thank you. It should be back on now. But hello, everybody. By the way, if I'm looking back and forth, it's because we're live on YouTube and Facebook. Oh, well, thank you, universe, for reminding me of that. What I wanted to talk about, though, for the people who, which I'm a part of as well, my broke witches, when you do get the excess money out, unless you just like using herbs and or you are easily accessible to them, because every single time I go to a freaking Dollar General or a Dollar Tree, don't need a mic, but the old one I do, or the tablet I do. Okay, y'all should have audio now. I'm gonna have to watch that. These died a little bit faster than I wanted them to. This is true. This is very true. I want to experiment with using Crisco or lard for making incense. Oh, if you do that, please let me know, because now I'm extremely curious about that. Thank y'all so much. And again, I'm so sorry. And for anybody who rewatches that, I am sorry. I'm not used to these tiny microphones, although, which I've done enough shouting out. They're not bad. They're on TikTok. I got them for like $12. I got 2 mini mics and the little clip that clips in, but also turns into a speaker. So if you make content, it's not that bad. It's really good quality. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you, YouTube. I do not know how the audio is going to sound because that just died too. So I need to charge those tonight. But hopefully you can at least hear me. You're good, living and learning. Yes, and I'm so excited because there's so much things that just came together that now I'm no longer it's no longer holding me back. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I got a barn full of sawdust, so I already have half. Oh yeah, sawdust is really good. Not to mention, I absolutely love the smell of sawdust. I love it. I don't know why. It's probably because I grew up around it, but I love it. Okay. I need to finish this candle. Also, I'm excited. I finally get to share this. Holy shit. So I made a TikTok video about devil's pods. If you don't know what they are, totally look them up. I think they're also called horseshoe water chestnut. I think they're water chestnuts, but they're also known as the devil's pod. They're really, there's multiple things you can do to them. So I made a video of it, and I had a mutual reach out to me who's in the UK. They're sending me a goodie box full of all different types of things. Primarily, the most exciting to me is dirt. They went around and collected some dirt from specific locations. So I'm extremely interested to see the energies that they hold. What do you do with sawdust like incense? Yes, essentially it can be a base for incense. And theoretically protection. Creativity. Now that I think about it, there's actually a lot you could do with sawdust. Because, like, think about it, you're having to carve wood to be able to create something that eventually you would use. Creativity. And that is how magical correspondences are made. Yes, can confirm. I can hear you. Okay, sweet, thank you. Also, again, with candle magic, tiny little drop. Boom, that's all you need. Although, there is a really, really cool new book out. I should have already done this. I'll reshare it here on both platforms. It's on Amazon, but it's a new folk witchcraft book that I'm really, really excited for. I'm going to have to re-up some of my oils. And also, retrogrades and eclipse, they're going to go hand in hand this year. So if you want to start some research on that now, you can. And I think the first eclipse we're going to have, I believe, I could be wrong, is in April, and I think that's a solar eclipse. In the old family home, Puppy's grandfather built a house. Lots of useful things back there. Oh, I bet! That's why everybody needs to learn their own personal practices. Yes, 1,000% with that. 100% with that. I mean, I'm glad that the witches, like, witchcraft in general, like, blew the fuck up. But this whole, like, almost trying to governate it, it's starting to really get on my nerves. Because, I'm sorry, there is no right, wrong. There's wrong ways to do certain things, but at the same time, there's no right way. And, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of people who have learned things, and then other people Eventually they will learn. But, I mean, there is no really right and, like, I recently just learned because I felt like I was, like, just neglecting my practice. I stopped doing this and I stopped doing that. And one day I woke up and I'm like, you know what? Who gives a shit? It's as long as I light my candle sometimes, incense, keep the ancestor jar good, keep some offerings flowing, wear my jewelry, read a couple, and charge my crystals, I'm doing what I can do at that moment in time. And even if you, like, say you go out and get a job and your entire life has changed, work around it. You can do magic. For so long, I'd been told that gods and goddesses is where witches' magic comes from, which means if you don't work with a god or goddess, you can't do magic. And I used to believe that so much that I used to believe that. And then one day I was like, you know what? That doesn't even make sense. Yes, they can help. They can boost it. Magic comes from within. You can do magic. Listening to music. That's magic. That's a spell. That's a spell that hundreds of other thousands of billions and millions of people have already added all different types of energy to just by singing it and expressing their own emotions. We're surrounded by magic. But thanks to social media, magic is the aesthetic witchiness, which I sometimes fucking would love to have. I don't know what aesthetic I have now. But there's no certain look. Yes, if you're going to claim that you're a witch, if you're going to call yourself a witch, you need to be able to back that up with facts and knowledge. If you're new to it, then straight up say that. Be like, yo, look, I just started. I'm still learning. That's it. I'll respect you more telling me that versus trying to come into a conversation and wind up arguing or something like that. It's just, no. Like, I recently just learned the difference between pentacle and pentagram because I was taught wrong. In the awe of true rusty nails. Oh, I love some rusty nails. Spells, affirmations, prayers, wishes, different worlds, same meaning. Yes, 100%. Haven't started with deity work. First thing Lilith taught me is that magic comes from self and the world. Yes, 100%. I love that. I actually need to start working with Lilith a little bit more. She kind of popped out at me last night as in I was looking through my bag and the necklace that I have that has Lilith's necklace. It went from being in a bag that was tied shut to somehow it magically is out of that bag that is still tied shut. So I was like, all right, I hear you loud and clear. Loki recently just got what he wanted. So anybody who works with Lucky, apparently he likes fucking airheads. I mean, I do too, but I haven't had them in years. And then the night before last, I randomly bought a cowtail. For anybody who doesn't know what a cowtail is, it's a candy. It's a caramel, like creamy caramel, with like cream in the middle of it. And it looks like a cowtail. But yeah, Loki wanted airheads. So I made him a deal. I would leave him 2, and then I snacked on the other ones. So. And then the ancestors have, like 2 slices of apple pie. True enough, it was left over from Christmas, but it's been in the freezer. So. But they enjoy it, and they got water. And, oh, I gotta show you something. By the way, if anybody's new here, my lives are the definition of ADHD. I've got a friend who gave us these. They're, what are they called? Sake cups. If I want if my ancestors want wine or something like that, I use these. I bought them. They were bought at the, something that you should not have. Yo! Don't make me get up. That'll work. No. You need to separate those two.
This is all you have?
Yeah.
You've been smoking like that? Wow.
I've been smoking like that. Get the hell out of here. Okay, I'm back. I have a gallery of magic techniques right now. Oh, I love that. Also, I dreamed of some spirit that referred to itself as silver surfing. Ooh. No, it doesn't, but it sounds like a wise spirit.
So, wait. I've studied dirty work, so my first has been since before I left Christianity. Low-key, I like when I give him a weird boost. Do you open the packages for him? I'm curious. Sometimes I do. Other times he just likes me leaving it there. Normally it's about a month and a half, and then randomly he's like, yo, take it. So I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's like siphoning it off. I don't know, but... Oh yeah, always chaos. But it's the fun chaos. I love how I mentioned chaos, and now all of a sudden you're interested. This is true too. See, my body fucked up because it went for a cigarette, but I didn't want a cigarette. I wanted something else. But when you can, research those names, and you may be able to find one. There we go. That's what I was looking for. It worked. Chaos is comfort, right? This is very true. I'm one of those people where I want organized chaos. So you may walk in and it looks chaotic as fuck, but I guarantee you I'd be able to find any single thing you're looking for. Alright, Mr. Kendall. Come over here with the other crystals. Or randomly fall. Also, for anybody who saw the TikTok videos, cause I don't know if I updated Facebook, somebody randomly sent me some Stickum candle adhesive. This shit works, and it works very well. Basically, where's something that I can use? There we go. What do you say? So you put some, that was technically way too much, but... Okay, it works better on plain surfaces. I'm kind of curious. Are they non... I'm pretty sure if you looked hard enough, you would be able to find some. I'm not really what I call an academic witch. And that's not an insult for anybody who hears that. That's just, I'm not one of the people that's going to decipher through and through history unless I'm looking for something very specific. Oh, thank you. Alright, look, I don't need you mocking me, thank you very much. How do you communicate with servitors, or do you just hear them in your head? Oh, that's a tricky one, but it opens the floor to a very great conversation. So with me, if I make a servitor, I communicate with in my head. Communicate is the key. What I mean by that is we have to be very cautious with the words that we describe how we experience certain types of magic or energy workings. The reason I say that is because, for one, not everybody has that voice in their head. For two, some people could have it, but not in a bad way, but you know what I mean. It could lead into mental shenanigans. But yes, a lot of the times, most, if not all magic that I do, even communicating with my spirit guides, ancestors, even talking to gods and goddesses, I do it all in my head. There are only a few situations where I would verbally speak things. But that's just because, for some reason, I think they can hear me better if I say it in my head versus out loud. But you could also, I know people who do it using runes, sigils, just kind of energetically connect with them. Like say if somebody texts you and that person's going through something, but they don't actually say that they're going through it, but as soon as you open that text message and read it, you feel something deep inside that's like, you need to actually call them. That's kind of how magic in general works, is that specific feeling. It's different types of sensations and or feelings that the body goes through, and over time you will eventually decipher your normal body, your normal anxiety versus spirit or the spiritual side of things. I love your background. Thank you. It came from Amazon. What is your personal suggestion for road opening spells? Orange and yellow, the colors. Rice, if you can get it. Rice is really great for it, especially if it's dyed or painted. Keys, bottle tops, and yes, I said bottle tops because what do bottle tops do? It opens things. You could use a lock that's open, oils, and then there are certain symbols, and I'll share them in the Facebook group and Discord. So if you're not in one of those, you need to join. There we go. There we go. If you want to see what we're talking about, you got to join one of those. If you want the link to the Facebook group, you have to email me or message me because it's private and I can't change that. But Discord, on the other hand, link in bio. Go follow. Go join. It's an amazing community. See, I'm slowly learning. I've even done, technically this would be considered an uncrossing, but you can mix those workings very easily. I've actually gotten 2 incense and put them, like, make an X, and then you light them as you're lighting your candle or doing whatever working you're doing regarding a road opening, and as they burn down, they're literally burning your obstacles out of your way. And like I said, road openings and uncrossings normally go hand in hand, because what are you doing if you're removing the blocks in your path? You're also uncrossing things. So, they go hand in hand, clairsentience. Yes, thank you! Need some clarity. Put some Windex in it. Oh, yes, I've done that before. I have straight up done that. And I've also used Fabulosa in a couple of floor washes. For one, I love the color. The scent reminds me back in the 90s when my mom was fucking spending the weekend cleaning the entire house from top to bottom, and I would wake up early in the morning to the smell of coffee, like fresh brewed coffee, mixed with Fabulosis, and if it was fall, a little bit of pumpkin spice, and her blaring fucking country music on CMT. Welcome to the South. I keep finding everything seems to be laid back to those roots. Oh wait, I'm curious, are those okay. How do you communicate? They possibly can. There's a lot of things, even in our witchy community, like book-wise and research-wise, that has kind of been twisted with other things, and some people believe they're the roots to it, but I don't believe that. Again, the pentagram and pentacle, a lot of where I learned what that was from some of the books that I have, some of them dating back to the 90s. Hold that thought. No, Missy. No. No. How did I know you were going to be it? Yeah. That was Bastiette, for anybody who was curious. She loves fabric like this. If it's hanging down, she is attacking it. But yeah, I learned that, and it's actually incorrect. So, take it with a grain of salt. I love this. I never thought of that. Yep. There is a working that I did. This reminded me of 2 things. One of them I haven't posted, but the Windex comment. If you like to chew gum, keep your wrappers. Depending on the type of gum, those wrappers are very great and easily burned. So if you need a quick working, boom. I started my habit back of chewing gum. That's the reason I came up with that. But the other day, I was at my partner's job, and they have this fire pit where they burn a lot of things. And I walked up to it early in the morning time as they were prepping to set the fire because it's cold as shit. And I looked down, and you know the little, like, cheap or expensive, no, I see you, stop. Hold that thought. The expensive light sticks that you can stick in the yard, that's solar. Well, one of them got broke, and it was just a solar panel. So I ripped off everything else, and I kept it, because when I looked at it, I was like, wait, transmutation magic. Because what is a solar panel? It is taking solar energy and converting that, transmuting it into power, electricity. So I used it in 2 spells, and I'm going to use it again in another spell this weekend to see if it would actually be something that readily available for anybody. I mean, if you go to Dollar General or Dollar Tree in the springtime, they have them everywhere. You can get them for like $1. Carefully deconstruct everything, and then you have those those plans, I mean, imagine making a box, like a hex box, or a binding box, but using solar panels. Mind-blowing. Never thought about it. Boom. So it does work. 10 times full and simmer pots. My mom before the church. Oh, I love it. No, witchy ingredients have to appear witchy. Yes, 100%. Okay, I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing any comments over here. And transmutation magic can go very... You can do a lot with it. Also, remember how I was having those candle issues? I no longer am. I'm no longer having candle issues. And for anybody who's watching, if you sent them, thank you. And I also got a one of my mutuals. They own a soap company. I'm going to make a post on them. Their soaps are a fucking phenomenon. My partner used them when he was going through treatment. True enough, the ones he used were specifically made for him. But there were a couple of other ones, and we're currently still using them. So they're fucking amazing. But she had some wicks lying around the house. So she sent them. The reason that happened is because I have the stuff to make candles, but I would make a good batch and they'd burn perfectly. The last time I attempted it, for some reason, the wicks just melted. It was like I was burning nylon. They just straight up melted. So, yeah, but you're just more entertaining over here. But also, whenever you can, if you're doing research, don't use Google. Google can look certain things up, like Google Docs and stuff, but use DuckDuckGo, Bing, or some other type of alternative web browser. And if still nothing comes up, because depending on what you're looking up when it comes to witchcraft, you're going to get D&D things, you're going to get TV shows, games, all different types of things. Metaphysics, use metaphysics instead of witchcraft, and then also word them differently. And for anybody who uses Facebook, I am loving the AI assistance that they have when it comes to making a post. Because, oh my god, it has saved my life, and it's making my stuff look 10 times better. A lot of shifting with Google. Oh yeah, 100% with that one. And the reason that is because, I don't know if they're still doing it, but most of Google articles, most, not all of them, but if it's like a personal browse, personal blogger, like a website or something like that, depending on who's paid the most or advertised the most is depending on what link comes up. But again, there's a lot of things that, the way that I look at it is what people say when you come across a problematic author, like Jason Miller, Financial Sorcery, I think he did Consorting with Spirits. I'm not for sure on that one. I think he did. He's done like a few other ones. Protection and Reversal Magic. I posted a TikTok and a lot of people were like, well, I don't like what he said on Twitter. I don't know what he said. But I can tell you I learned a lot from his books. And I can like his knowledge and not like him. You know what I mean? The same thing as if you look up TikTok videos, YouTube videos. Take what works for you, at least try it out a little bit, and then if you feel like you should change something or go in a different direction, listen to your body. It's also known, or I call it singing from the soul, which is basically fully your witchiness, everything that is witchy about you, the magic, everything, all burn it up into one spot. We're going to say the solar plex. So in your stomach, imagine there's just this wild energy of witchiness just brewing there. And sometimes it likes to sing. This is when you're doing things and you come up with a chant or a rhyme or an actual spell. This is where that comes from. I also believe that it's kind of like the connected consciousness, but witchy edition, where you like tap into other witches that are no longer here. You tap into their knowledge and you get to create your own. So it's like tapping into an AI of spirit, knowledge, and energy that's already been here, but again, it's you yourself or the AI. So you get to mix it and kind of work what you have. And boom, voila, witchcraft. Just like certain creators on TikTok, but not necessarily good people, but the knowledge. Exactly, 100%. Like, you can hate a creator, but you can like some of the videos they do. Like, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. But you can learn. I don't know where I was going with the tea thing, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, you can get nutrients from that tea even though you don't like the taste of it. There we go. There we go. I know I was going somewhere with that. But now, with that being said, don't automatically, if like you ask a practitioner something, depending on how they answer, like the dialogue, if it's rude or something, obviously. But if they're not rude and they're like, yo, no, I'm not telling you that, they're not necessarily gatekeeping. And if they are, they're gatekeeping to potentially prevent you from putting yourself into danger. Because you can fuck around and actually find out in horrible ways, physical ways, emotional ways. I've known people that's ended up in the hospital. Shit, I've done spell work for someone who ended up in the hospital, but it was actually the spell work that did it, but it was a positive. I don't know how to word that, but it was a good thing they ended up in the hospital with everything that happened, because at the long run, it was an actual very good thing. And that's what we mean by you can sit down and think about every single way that spell work could go. You still don't know at the end of the day of how it's going to manifest, and most importantly, how long it's going to manifest, or how long it's going to take to actually start happening. I've done spell work that's took seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, fucking years. And sometimes you do have to just get to that point where either A, you're like, all right, so just as a precaution, I set this time frame. It has not happened. Let me reevaluate it. Let me give a reading on it. Let me do a reading on it to see if I need to tweak anything or if I just need to see if it's going to take longer to manifest. And if you've gotten a reading from me, you already know where I'm about to go with this aspect, which is sometimes the things that you've been trying to manifest, the reason that they have not actually came into your life is because you don't have enough room in your life, and or you don't fully believe that you actually deserve what you're trying to bring to you. If you were to tweak those or fix those two things, I guarantee you, boom, they'll come in some way, shape, or form. Now, take in mind, 6 months from now, I may be bitching and boo-hooing. So if I do that about, oh, this is not working, somebody refer me to these lives, and I'll just go back and listen to myself. Because, you know, I can give advice, I just don't always listen to it. It's a great metaphor way to look at it. Oh, thank you! Not positive. Totally I'm positive sometimes, but at the same time, there is a moment in time where positivity does not do a shit. And a lot of the times, I am positively freaking the fuck out, but I'm doing it limitedly. So, like, depending on the situation, I'll freak the fuck out and run around with my head like I will run around like a chicken with my head cut off and just completely let those emotions flow because it's natural. And then I'll pull myself together and be like, all right, what can we do? Sometimes you can't do anything except for light a candle and pray. Or talk to your gods and goddesses and spirits. I feel that deeply. No tablet. I need the battery life. There we go. Okay. So I will have to be going very soon because the tablet battery is getting low, and how I have everything set up, I cannot reach to a charger. So I've been challenging myself to not resist life and be only thinking positive. Sometimes the thing. Oh yeah, it's very hard, but it does pay off. And again, you can be positive, just not toxicity positive. I don't know where I was going with that, but like I started this thing where I have a random Instagram account now where I throughout my day / week, depending on how the week goes, I'll stop if something catches my eye and I'll take a single snapshot of it. And for one, I'm getting back into photography, but it's also a moment to where I can just be in this moment and like be in the present fully, even if it's for a few seconds. Normally it's not. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes depending on what I'm trying to take a picture of because I'll repetitively take that. But anyways, it's a great way to do both. You're practicing being in the moment, slightly being positive, and at the same time, I'm doing something that I love. So all things to consider. And sometimes if you just don't do it and you fail, try it again. Try something new. I've set multiple resolutions before, and I've stuck to some of them, and others, I evolved it. There we go. It is. It is all about balance, and with that, everybody's definition of balance is going to be the same. Remember that. It's the same thing as like not comparing yourself to another witch. You're all going to have different lives. We're all going to be in different stages, or it could be in the same stage. But the definition of balance is going to be different for everybody because everybody has a different balance. Boop the shrooms. Yeah. Oh, thank you. And yes, boop the shrooms. If you come across mushrooms, you boop them. Okay? I'm telling you, for some reason it works. I don't know what changed besides booping them, but it works. Luck has changed, so boop your mushrooms. Not to mention, when you boop your mushroom and introduce yourself to a mushroom, you were introducing yourself to basically to a specific dynamic or range every other mushroom thanks to mycelium. Most mushrooms and a lot of the tree roots and shrub roots and all this other shit, they're all connected by mycelium. So you go into a neighborhood or woods or a forest, you introduce yourself to one shroom, everything else is going to know who you are. Not to mention, it's adorable. Just boop the shroom. One day that will be on a shirt. It'll say boop the shroom, and then it's going to have Fire Lotus right up under that. I am manifesting it. Speaking of that, I need to write that down. Because I came up with another one the other day, and it's like, don't hex a bitch, bless a bitch. Don't hex a bitch, bless a bitch. And then the opposite of that is, don't bless a bitch, hex a bitch. That would be really cool, though, if I could get a fabric where I could turn it inside out. Like the little mushroom thing. So. Oh, we need to talk, because I really want to get some shirts made. Primarily, for one, I want to be able to self-advertise. Sabotage? I don't know what the fuck I was trying to say there. Advertise. But I would also love for other people to be able to do the same thing. Boop the shroom and... There we go. Yo!
Where's the blue cord?
In camera bag.
In the camera bag.
Camera bag. The public's bag. But yeah, no, seriously, because that's my next step. My next step is to come up with some sayings, like do your own research. You're welcome. You're not hexed. It's just anxiety. I need to write that down too. Fuck. But I want to get those and come up with designs and like do something very affordable, like shirts, stickers, buttons, something small. Gotta go. See you live. Blessings, everyone. Blessings! I hope you have a great night. I can make patches. I'm gonna need to talk to you too. See there? We can communicate. And in some way, shape, or form, I will help everybody else too. Like, we're gonna make this a community thing. With that, though, I also have to go. I got to charge the tablet, and I got to start cooking. But, no, wait, almost did the same thing I did the other night. So here are some moments to draw some cards. So I'm going to do something entirely different. I'm going to draw 2 cards from my Flowers from the Dead deck, which is my intuitive deck. And then I'm going to draw 2 from the Practical Magic Oracle deck. And we're going to see what happens. With the Practical Magic deck, I read directly from the booklet on that one. Alright, cards. What do we need to know? Confusion and misunderstood. There's a lot of confusing energy going around. Some planets are going direct. Other astrological things are going direct. We're into a new year. We're also slightly adjusting into the new season. So there's going to be a lot of weird-ass energy going on. All right? Stay course. Stay your course. And at any point in time, if you do get into a point where it's just like your little, like, brain fog, connect to a tree. Ground yourself, because that Confucius energy, which we'll be lifting soon, is going to cause some misunderstandings. Yo!
Seen that Netflix show about the fungus?
Yes.
So the Rainbow Six extraction game I have
Yeah.
is basically that storyline.
Really?
Yeah, it's a fungus that comes out in New York.
Oh! Hold on. The turtle, peace and tranquility. Do not rush into anything. Take it slow and steady. Find your pace and move at it. When you rush shit, you overlook shit. Alright? Slow and steady. You slowing down, you'll be able to find that peace and your tranquility. Also, if you get triggered, and like a turtle, you close up into your shell, don't get lost in that. Alright? It's always great to go up into it, kind of become a recluse for a degree, for a moment. Alright. Practical magic deck. What is it we need to know? Boom. Alright, so we got the beetle, the Death Watch beetle, and the black kitten, right? Yeah, black kitten. I was like, whoa, what was that? Alright. Alright, Death Watch beetle. Whatever you are stressing about, whatever is on your mind, whatever the matter is, know that you do not need to worry. Things are not as they seem. Confusion and misunderstood. Things are not as they seem. Rise above fear and see what is actually in front of you. You know the truth. Take comfort and solace in that. Fear feeds on your insecurities. Do not give in to these negative and unnecessary energies. They have no benefit to you. If you are having trouble and wish to deepen your connection to the cards, try the following. Normally I don't do this, but I just read into it. So, infuse a black or white candle with your fears and anxiety. Focus your energy or even describe it. Carve into the candle. Light this candle, and as it burns, release all of your worries and fears into the universe. And then we have the black cat, or black kitten. It is time to live life and have some fun. A simplified perspective may be just what you need. There is something that you are not seeing. Confusion, misunderstood. Take a look through the eyes of your younger self. Don't forget to embrace your inner child every now and then. Rekindle that connection. Just like a little kitten dancing in the moonlight, you need to embrace the same energy. Connect with your inner self and see what greatness comes before you. And I'll just go ahead and read the other one. To better connect, light a purple candle or white. Use a childhood photo of yourself or visualize and focus your energy on past influences. Connect with your favorite scents, toys, and places. You can also write the affirmation down and utilize it along with the power of this card. And for some reason, I can't find the affirmation. So, connect with your inner child. Stop stressing and worry about shit, because it's not as it seems. And where'd the other ones go? Slow down. Don't rush into anything. Don't react to anything. And this is because of all of this. Or these are because of this. But yeah. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm going to hopefully get better at doing some scheduled lives. Other than that, you're just going to have to make sure you see the notification. And as always, you'll be able to replay it either here on Facebook or YouTube. And depending on how some of these go, I'm going to attempt to do one of my interviews actually being recorded, because you can dual live with both of these platforms. I'll probably use YouTube though. So yeah, if that does happen, or if we get close to the date that's going to happen, I will let y'all know. As always, I got to self-plug myself. If you have any questions or anything like that, you want to share an experience, a dream, or anything like that with me, you can email me. You can find that on my profile. It's firelotusthewitch@gmail.com. If you would like to book a reading, have a magical consultation, a spiritual advisory session, or some spell work, email me. Preferably. You can direct message me on Facebook, but preferably email me. It's easier to keep up with. And yeah. Scream at the rock and throw it in the river. Yes! Scream it and throw it in the river. 100%. But, yeah. And, again, thank y'all so much on both. Thank y'all. If y'all would like to share this into a group, a Discord, or something like that, that would be cool, too. But, yeah, thank y'all so much. And I will talk to y'all and/or see y'all soon. And the people that I ask, if you will, message me. At some point tonight or tomorrow, I will get back with y'all. And, yeah. Yay, I'm so glad I got to catch you live. I usually miss them. Have a great night. Of course, thank you so much. You have a great night as well. Y'all also have a great night. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.